Let's say hi to our friend Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve?
Hello, boys.
Hi, Steve. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Just dropping my kid off at school. Sorry it took me so long to call in.
That's okay, sir.
That's all right.
What is this hypnagogic episode?
Well, there are two kinds of sleep problems that arise when you sleep, and one is when you're going to sleep, and that's this thing where you're just falling to sleep and someone kicks a soccer ball in your face and you jump, or you hear a weird voice out in the distance yelling at you and you startle awake, and that's called a hypnagogic episode.
Ah.
And then the other kind is when you're emerging from sleep, and those are the hypnopompic episodes, and those are usually, the sleep paralysis thing where people feel like they're being abducted by aliens and stuff.
I've never gotten those, but I have gotten the hypnagogic.
Oh, I've had the hypnopompic episodes. They're crazy because the motor part of your brain is shut down, but you're still dreaming, and you're totally awake, and you're paralyzed, and then all this dreaming is still going on, so you can hear things in the room, you can see things. I mean, it is so unbelievably real. The first time I ever had one, I had a giant eye floating next to me in the bed.
Wow.
And when it blinked,
I slept with a C for 9 years.
You didn't even want Dr. Steve to finish his sentence.
No.
You needed that one out immediately.
How lightning fast was that delivered?
What about this hay that
Scary.
Anthony's hearing?
Say it again?
What about the hay that Anthony's hearing?
That sounds like a hypnagogic episode, where he's just falling into sleeping is starting to induce little dream circuit in the brain kicks in, and you're not quite asleep yet, and then you hear these sort of really real auditory hallucinations, or you have that sort of jerk where, I always have something where I'm getting run over by a car, or someone's kicking something at my face, and then you jerk awake real quick. And it's just, in medicine, we have to have a name for everything, so it's called a hypnagogic episode.
Hypnagogic.
Well, Anthony definitely pushes the sleep thing from time to time.
Yeah,
He definitely pushed that.
I like to, live life there. I don't like wasting time sleeping.
Had a boy. Sleeping for snips. I ain't slept in a week.
So a lot of times, maybe I am a little sleep deprived. So those hypnagogic things, they're kind of fun, though. I don't mind them once you realize what they are, except for that thing was really annoying because I would be tired and just want to go to sleep. And right when you're at the brink, that would wake you up.
Mm-hmm.
Why does changing position help?
Well, just any kind of movement of the body just changes your sleep state a little bit. I mean, it just wakes you up a little bit.
Wakes you up a little.
That's the only thing I can think of on that. I'm not sure absolutely why. With the hypnopompic episodes, if you're paralyzed, if you can finally, the people who are suffering from these, and they're real common, one way to break the episode is to concentrate on looking at your own hand, and once you can control it, then you usually will wake up. But those are so real that all the literature about people being abducted by aliens. You listen, if you read what they say, the first thing they'll say is they woke up and they couldn't move their body. And then they look over and they see these prays or whatever carting them away. And it's so absolutely real that if you don't know what it is, it can be really terrifying.
Do you think a lot of people that think they've been abducted by aliens have had those?
They're absolutely describing hypnopompic episodes. Almost.
Dr. Steve, you just wrecked my buzz. I want to believe in aliens. Stop.
Go ahead,
I do too.
Don't mess my
I absolutely do, but I've had the hypnopompic episodes, and just, since I know what they are, I can kind of go with it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's so, I can't even describe how real it is. I mean, it's as real as your waking reality. And, I can understand why people would misinterpret those. And, you go back and all kinds of mystical experiences and stuff. Some of them are probably, hypnopompic episodes, although I want to believe in aliens, too. I just want them to land in the White House lawn with the flying saucer,
Especially
no
next year.
About it.
Maybe take somebody for a little trip. I would also have these things, I guess these could be confused with out-of-body experiences, but you're sleeping, and I wake up and have, like, anxiety, and then you look at your limbs, you look at your exterior, and it doesn't look like it's yours. Doesn't look like you're in your body.
That's cool.
Right.
You move your hands, and it's weird. You're kind of like, it doesn't feel like my arm belongs to me.
You're not attached.
Yeah. Very strange.
I remember being a kid. I remember being
a stroke.
I remember being a kid that
Great.
where I was walking around my house, and it felt so real, but I wasn't in my body. And I remember walking into the bathroom. Why don't you listen to yourself, Dr. Steve? That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You
Well,
are
I'm not listening to myself.
But it felt so real that I was actually walking outside my body.
Really?
And to this day, I still believe that somehow I left my body for, I don't know how long it was, maybe 5 minutes, and actually walked into the bathroom.
I think they call that a dream, Opie. I don't know.
Dream.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it just felt so real.
I had a fever hallucination when I was about 7 years old. I had a bad fever, and I had this hallucination that a train came through the living room because I was sleeping on the living room couch because I was real sick, and a train came through the living room, and it was. I remember it to this day. It was so vivid.
Really?
And I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't asleep. It was a fever-induced hallucination.
Yeah, I hate those.
Did you click your heels together to?
I had to get out of there. Now I would love to do something like that. Are you kidding?
You've had enough trains in your house.
Choo choo.
Now, the opposite of sleep paralysis is sleepwalking.
Yeah, those are people that get up
they're
there. That's very
still
dangerous.
asleep, but the motor part of their brain is turned back on, whereas, the sleep paralysis, they're awake, but the motor part of their body is turned off.
How do they get around so easily and, not just bump into things and there are people that sleepwalk that are just walking around, like they are awake, but they're not.
They're driving.
Yeah, driving.
Sleep drivers, that scares the hell out of me.
Oh,
That actually happens?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, people will get in their car and start driving around and then wake up in, either another town or not in their bed.
God
And
damn.
the human brain's an amazing thing,